So, this chapter was long as fuck. I was pleasantly surprised to see it start with Sasuke, but since we already know that Kishi loves teasing the shit out of him, we're probably not going to see him again until like 10 chapters. The reason he was shown in this chapter was to make it fucking obvious, just plain obvious, that he's going to get a power-up. I mean, yo, if they can sense Naruto's chakra all the way to Konoha, and not even that, but he's getting annoyed at this. He's getting pissed off. You bet your ass he's getting a power-up. If Sasuke is getting his Uchiha panties in a bunch over this, it clearly means that he needs something else to be able to face Naruto and be on par with him. And I was kind of expecting Karen to just jump out of the blue and be like, "Hey guys, it's me. I just got out of prison and I'm ready to rape people again." They're still on their way to go meet the people that know everything. Now the fact that this is in Konoha, it's a big fucking clue. Alright? And at this point in time, this is the three possibilities that I've come up with. Number one, you know what, fuck it, I was going to say three possibilities, now I'm only going to say one, and I'm sticking to it. It's the previous Hokages. I don't give a shit that they were sealed, Orochimaru's with them, plus Suigetsu said that the scroll had the power of changing the tide of the war, plus the chapter opens with a shot of the Kages on the mountain. It could also be the Uchihas that were massacred. Why? Because if you bring them back and they all have their Sharingans, excluding Mama and Papa, probably, you got yourself a little army of Sharingan spammers. But anyway, Sasuke is pissed. What happens next is that Kishi tries to give some panel time to Ino Chikacho, and Hinata, and Lee, and Kakashi, and Tenten. Ino Chikacho are part of the strategy. Like, why the hell not? Let's make him part of the strategy, and then at the same time reveal that Inoichi and Shikaku actually died. And their last words. They're all given a power-up because Naruto did the exact same thing he did with Hinata in the previous chapter, which is to grab their hand. Now, does that mean that there was no romantic intent with Naruto holding her hand? Well, I don't know. I'm not psychic. Actually, I do know, because I just reread that part of the chapter, and he's not holding anybody's hand. He's grabbing Shikamaru, I'll give you that. But Ino and Choji, he just pats them, alright? And then everybody else is just... That's how he gets the chakra across. So if the only reason for why he was holding Hinata's hand was to transfer her chakra, that doesn't make any sense. And speaking of romance, did I see a Kiba and Ino moment there? No, I didn't. I'm just fucking crazy. Hinata does block a 10-tail hand by using empty fist, but at this stage in the game, I am waiting for 64 palms, honey boo boo. Anyway, some of the Akimichi also block some of the hands in their giant form, and then we get a flashback. I think it actually confirms the death of Shikaku and Inoichi, but the flashbacks were really good character exposition and quote-unquote development. I was more interested in Ino's conversation with her dad because she's the one we've seen less of. It's kind of sad to see her thinking about Sasuke, especially when, you know, that's probably the last conversation she's going to have with her father. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. I think Ino should have been the female lead of the series. I think there was a lot more potential for growth for her character than there ever was for Sakura. No offense. Speaking of which, where the fuck is she? You got Ino protecting Sakura in one of those panels. I mean, I'm done, dude. I'm done. Shikamaru's conversation with his father was epic, too. You know, and funny as hell. Like, don't let her find out what I hid in that shelf. Like, I mean, classic Shikaku and classic Nara, male Nara behavior. Personally, I didn't feel anything for Shikaku and Inoichi at this point because we already kind of knew that there was a 50-50 chance of them being dead. But it was nice to have closure. Long story short, they stop the Tentos. Ino uses mind transfer, and Shikamaru, as well as some of the other Nara clan members, use shadow possession, and so it's kind of immobilized at this point. But the thing that pisses me off, or gets on my nerves, I should say, so predictable. It should be the Nara clan's binding jutsu. Madara, if it's so predictable, if you really do think that everybody on that battlefield is beneath you, what are you waiting for to end them? Like, I'm just asking, like, what are you waiting for? See, this is why I'm saying that Sasuke has to send over Hashirama boyfriend to him. We get to see Lee crying over Neji's body. I mean, because it was kind of messed up. I noticed in the beginning, like, Naruto and Hinata just left Neji, like, there on the ground. Like, just like, fuck, like, we're gonna hold hands. Like, fuck Neji. And it's kind of sad because if you think about what Neji meant to Lee, that's kind of like his rival, you know, as shown in the Chunin exams when he's fighting Gaara and he says, this technique was to beat Neji. I mean, can you imagine, like, Naruto losing Sasuke? I mean, fuck, it'd be like the Gay Joke Express. Then what we have is a fucking Talk no Jutsu started by Obito. And, okay, at this point, I mean, if you don't get the message of the series, I mean, this isn't kindergarten, so I'm not going to go over it because this should be ingrained in your brain by now. But I am going to mention my favorite part of the speech, which is what Naruto says, that even if feeling is a curse, he would rather have that. Otherwise, if you create a fictional world with fictional people that are immune to pain and feeling and grief, then you really are killing your friends because, well, those aren't your friends to begin with. It's like I said, does Obito want to create a new Rin? Cause that ain't gonna be Rin. Keeping the real Neji right here, man. Right here. That was so gay. He should have at least added the no homo at the end of the speech, like, I'm keeping the real Neji right here. No homo. Except for Sasuke. It was actually an okay/good chapter. I'm trying not to be too biased because I know that the easiest thing for me would be to give it a really high rating because we haven't had Naruto for 3 weeks, but I shouldn't be doing that. I have to think critically about it even if we haven't had a new chapter in a while. But that's just my opinion. Tell me yours, leave a comment, rate, subscribe. You know I love it. Thanks guys. Bye.